We're going to start on our backs. And we're going to have the bottoms of the feet together and the knees out to the side. And it's nice to rest your hands on your inner thighs, just to suggest the letting go of the legs below. And the eyes will close. We'll breathe deep into the belly. And then deeper, expanding the ribs. And deeper still, breathing all the way up into the chest. Really feeling the three distinct parts of the breath. Feeling the body expanding on the inhale and relaxing on the exhale. The legs heavy and releasing toward the ground. And then we'll deepen the breath even more, taking the hands underneath the buttocks. Press down into the elbows, lifting the chest, dropping the head back onto the ground. And if you feel confident in holding yourself here without your hands, you can open the lungs even more by taking the arms overhead. Open the throat, soften the face. Maybe if you have your elbows on the ground, press into them more to lift the chest higher. And if your arms are overhead, bring them down. Press into the arms to lift your head, looking forward, and lay your head down. Bring the knees up and hug them in. Lift your forehead to your knees, squeezing tight. Those of you who like to work the abs, you can come into this instead. And then we'll all lay the head down. And then again, a couple of choices. Either circling the knees around, massaging the back, or straightening the legs and circling the legs around, working your core. The bigger the circles, the harder the work. So see how you want the practice to look and feel today, and give yourself the practice that works for you. And then reverse directions. Maintaining your breath in whichever version you're doing. Slow, deep breathing. Good. And then just hugging the knees back into the chest. Release the feet down onto the ground. And we'll take the right hand and bring it around the left ankle. And then start to walk that left foot, the right hand around the right ankle. The other way would be kind of complicated. Right hand to right ankle, and then walk the foot as far forward as it'll go. Good. And then we'll take the left hand and bring it over to the right side of the head and bring your left ear to your left shoulder, inching forward with the right foot, holding on tight with the fingers. Finding the breath inside the body. Notice how it feels if you shift the paradigm and instead feel the body inside the breath. Okay, release the hands, bring your head back to center. Take a breath. And then wrap your hand, left hand around your left ankle and inch the left foot forward as much as you can. Right hand up and over to the left side of the head, and then pull your right ear toward your right shoulder. Feel where the stretch is and imagine that that's where the breath goes. And release the hands. Come back to center. Take a breath. And then take the feet wide apart, as wide as they'll go. And then let the knees open out again, bringing the hands to the inner knees. Relax your belly toward the floor, letting your sacrum drop down, maybe curling the tailbone up a little. Use your deep breath to stay calm. Stretch is probably quite intense. So check to see if you're resisting or tensing up anywhere. Face, shoulders, hands, jaw. Try to relax. Good. And release the hands and let the right knee fall in. And then just check. You want the knee lined up with the hip and the foot lined up with the knee so you have a perfect right angle. And then bring the right arm overhead. And then you can, if you want, place your left foot on top of your right knee. And we'll all angle the outer edge of the right foot up toward the right knee. Like you're trying to sideways bend at your ankle. Reaching long out of the right arm and breathing long up through the body. Now, if your left foot is not on your right leg, bring it there. And then we'll all lift the right knee, placing the right foot on the ground. So your left ankle's just resting on top of your right leg. And then reach your hands behind the back of your right leg and draw that leg in toward you. And then lift the right foot to the height of the right knee. Flex both feet. And then on an exhale, press your right foot toward your left foot. And then try to relax your left leg. Try to completely surrender it. Deepening the breath even more. Good. And then just release that left leg straight out onto the ground, flexing the foot, and hug the right knee into the chest. Reach out long through the left heel. Scoop the belly in and down, like you're aiming the back of your navel for your tailbone. Notice where the breath goes when the thigh is restricting the belly like this. Does the breath get redirected, or is it perhaps stronger someplace else that it normally might not be? Okay, now bring the hands behind the back of that right thigh. Lift the leg and bend the leg, keeping the foot flexed. Straighten and reach up through the heel, and then relax the heel down. Good. Keep going like that. And then just return the foot to the ground, release the hands, bend the other knee, take the feet wide, and then drop both knees to the right. And again, look to see that the left knee is straight down from the left hip and that the foot is straight out from the knee. So we don't want it bent more or less than 90 degrees. And then the left arm reaches overhead. And as before, you can place the right foot on the left knee if you wish, or just leave it on the ground. But we'll all curl the outer edge of that left foot in toward the knee. Good. Reach out long through the left arm. Okay, now if the right foot is not already on the left leg, we're going to place it there as we all lift the left knee and bring the foot on the ground. And then reach back behind that left leg. Lift the left foot to the height of the knee. Flex both feet. Deep breath in. On an exhale, press the left foot toward the right foot. Deep breaths. Release the right leg to the ground. Straighten it out, flex the foot, and then hug the left knee to the chest. Really lengthen out through that right heel. The left foot can relax. Draw it in. Exhaling all the air out. Feel the belly deflating, even maybe drawing the belly in and down. Noticing how the breath takes shape inside the shape of the body. Is there a correlation between the position that your body's in and the shape that your breath takes? Now lift the leg, hands behind the back of the leg. Flex the foot, bend the knee, straighten. Relaxing, stretching up through the heel. Continue like that. Good. And release the leg down. Straighten the leg. Take a moment to integrate everything we've done. And then roll over onto either side. Lift yourself all the way up to hands and knees. So again, I'm going to give a couple of options. You can come into a simple cow and cat. You can do cow and then extended child's pose. Or if you want to challenge yourself more, then you can come into cow and downward dog, or more challenging, upward dog, downward dog. Anyway, as long as we're moving the spine in both directions, rounding and arching. Take your time. Let your breath complete itself. Don't be in a hurry to move to the next thing. And then on your next exhale, we're all going to come into an extended child's pose, or mecha pose, sometimes called. Coming all the way forward with the arms and sitting on the heels with the head down. And then walk the hands over to the left. Press the left hand into the ground, more beside you, to help send that right hip back. And then reach out through the right hand. Feel the expanding of the breath. And then take it over to the other side, breathing your way there. Right hand off to the side, pushing in, sending the left hip back, reaching out of the left hand, and then feeling the stretch open even more as you inhale, and the relaxation deepen as you exhale. And then come back to center and back up to hands and knees. Walk the hands over to the left and reach your left hand back. Maybe you can take your left ankle. Maybe you can even take your right ankle. Bring your right hand kind of right under your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And then maybe you can curve a little bit over to the left even more. Maybe that hand can move further back. Good. And then as you inhale, push down into that right And then as you exhale, pull with your left hand. Deep, slow breaths. And then release the back hand. Walk it around all the way to the other side. Going as far as you can go, and then reaching your right hand back, either for the closer foot or the farther foot if you can. That left hand is under the shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, see if you can maybe move a little bit further. And then pushing down into that left hand as you breathe in. And pull in with the right hand as you breathe out. Good. Release the back hand, come back around to the front. And then bring the elbows down. And bring the elbows together, bring the palms together. As we move the hips back, we're going to lift the hands up and drop the forehead onto the biceps, the arms, sending the hips as far back as they will go. Opening those shoulders, upper back, breathe into it. Try to relax the head. Shift your weight forward again. Come onto your hands off to the left side and step the right foot up. Bring one hand on either side of the foot and let the hips drop forward into a lunge. So I'm going to give you some options again. We're going to go back and forth between two postures, the lunge and this forward bend. If you want to do a more challenging variation, then you'll come into a warrior pose and then fold into a pyramid pose and come into a warrior pose and fold into a pyramid pose. It's not really more of a stretch. If anything, it's less of a stretch, but if you want to be more, that's your option. So inhaling as we come into lunge, exhaling as we draw the hips back and forward. The hands obviously walking forward and back. And then the next time your hips are back, whether you're on your feet or not, just stay there. Relaxing over with the head. Relaxing down with the torso, with the arms and hands and shoulders relaxed. If you're on the floor in that version, flex your foot. And then shift the hips forward, bend the front knee. And if you're in warrior pose, then you can bring your knee down now. And we'll all switch over to the other side. Starting in a lunge, dropping the hips, or in a warrior pose, still dropping the hips, and then straightening the leg and folding forward, bringing the hips back if your knee is on the ground, and just alternating with the breath, inhaling up, exhaling back. The next time you're in the straight leg position, hold there. If your knee is on the ground, you'll flex that left foot. And we'll all try our best to relax the upper body down over the lower body. Let the belly scoop in. Let the hands and arms relax. Let the breath be deep and slow. And then bend the front knee, shifting forward again. If you're in warrior pose, bring the knee down. And then we'll send that left knee back. And then plant the hands shoulder width apart. Taking them a little bit in front of the shoulders. Bending the elbows and rolling them back. Pressing into all 10 fingers. Curl the toes. Inhale here. Exhale as you lift. Good. And then without bending the knees, try to press just your left heel down. Keeping your right leg straight. Focus on your left heel. Push into your hands and send weight back into your left hip and down into your left heel. Right leg stays straight. Relax your head and heart down. And then shift over to the right heel, sending weight back into the right hip and pressing the right heel down. Steady, slow breath. Good. Bring the weight into the center, pressing into all 10 fingers and back through the thighs, down through both heels. And then we're going to aim the inner ankles toward the outer ankles, lifting the arches a little bit. Pull the shoulders down your back, relax your head. Maybe shake your head no as you exhale out of your mouth. And then shake yes as you exhale out of the mouth. And then shake all around, exhaling out of the mouth. Good. And then bring the knees down. Come into child's pose, folding the arms alongside the body, resting the forehead on the ground. Resting the shoulders. Feeling the breath. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your hips coming onto the top of your head and lift the arms up. Those of you who like more of a challenge, you can plant your hands under your shoulders and then step your knees onto your elbows and come into half of a headstand or even a full headstand if that's your practice to lift your legs all the way up. Steady, even breaths. If you're in Yoga Mudra with the hands clasped behind you, try to let your shoulder blades fold in toward your spine. And if you're in any other variation, let's come down now. We'll all release back into child's pose. And then bring the hands under your shoulders and roll yourself up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, release down. Come off your feet and onto your back with your knees bent. Feet under the knees. Start with the hands down by your side. And then lift your hips and then take your non-habitual hand clasp and roll the shoulders underneath you. Pressing forward with the feet, lift the buttocks. Pressing down into the arms, lift the ribs. And pulling apart with the hands, lift even higher. Deep breath in and out. Feet are active, hands are active, breath is active. Good, and release down. Either hug your knees into the chest or bring your hands onto your thighs and push thighs into hands and hands into thighs. Either is a counter stretch, the second is just more strengthening than relaxing. Good. And then we'll all take the arms out to the side and drop the knees to the left and turn the head to the right. A few deep breaths, relaxing the right shoulder, relaxing the belly, relaxing into the ground. And then we'll take it over to the other side. Turn your head to the right, to the left, knees to the right. Deep breaths. Then come back to center, hug the knees into the chest. Return the feet to the ground, lift the tailbone, tuck, release the legs, shake them out. Place your eye pillow on your eyes if you're using one. And rest the arms out to the side, let the legs relax. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, releasing into the ground. Another deep breath in. Exhale, release the jaw, let the lips part. And one more deep breath in, exhale out of the mouth. Release the activity of your mind. Wash the thoughts away and come fully into the breath. Letting the breath go as well. No more effort to breathe deeply or slowly or any way at all. Just letting breath come to you. It's given. It's a gift. It's free. Just receive it. Enjoy it. Rest your attention in the feel of the breath. Appreciate the breath and let it help you relax even more. Even more. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long.
Hug the knees to the chest and rock side to side. Feel the ground massaging your back. And come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll over onto your side. Rest your head on your arm. Rest your body on the ground. Feeling the support. Letting yourself be held. Relaxing and releasing into the earth. Slowly bring yourself up to sitting any way that you're comfortable. Sit bones rooting down, spine lifting tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale, deep breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.